So I'm back as promised from the last video. I have acquired 3 out of the 4 collector boxes that were part of this December Days of Joy. So let's get the video started so we can dive in and see what they have. So Kendra Scott released 4 different boxes they were calling them collector's boxes. I do believe that at one point they may have been thought of to be a subscription box, and who knows, maybe they're testing the waters to see if it's a good response from the consumer and will do something of that in the future. And that would be really cool because I do love subscription boxes. I am known to have a few. It's like Christmas every month. It's really fun to kind of see the new samples, the new products, and it just gives a little something extra, especially during COVID. I've actually signed up for a couple of them for me and the kids. So those are fun, and I do enjoy it, and I would love for Kendra Scott to get in on that game too. But for this, we're talking about the collector's boxes that were released in December. There were 2 categories. So there was the signature and then there was the fashion. And within the signature, there were 2 options, gold or silver. And in the fashion, you had rock crystal or African turquoise. Now, they were all final sales, so you couldn't return it. You don't know the contents of the box until you got it. I was tempted to get the African turquoise, but knowing how I don't particularly care for that stone on me, I think it's beautiful and looks gorgeous on many others. I didn't want to get stuck with it. And so I chose just to get the rock crystal in the fashion. And then I got 2 of the signature, one in the silver and one in the gold. And so let's get into seeing what these beauties look like. First, this is the box. And how beautiful is this box? I mean, hello, just gorgeous. I actually like the box that it came in personally. It's like I want to keep just the box. It would have been fun too, a little something if it was a bit different for each selection, but they're all 4 came in this beautiful seafoam green, and I love that color. It's one of my favorites. So let's dive in. I think what I want to do is hit the fashion first since I already got one. So let's dive into that box. So I opened up the sleeve off that box, and here is what it looks like on the inside. This is really cute. It has this cute little card, and it says, "I am so excited for you to open this limited edition collector's box of truly special pieces. We've curated these items to celebrate you and give you more of what you love. Enjoy, XO Kendra." They're very cute. I like that kind of stuff. We have a beautiful rose gold pouch. And I don't know if you would want to use this as a jewelry pouch because I'm not sure that it really is that that it will safeguard your pieces. I would use this more for maybe lipsticks, life items, maybe even put some loose change, things of that nature. I don't think I would want to put my pieces in there because of how small it is, and that's not really insulated or has those safeguard areas to make sure that your pieces don't break, but still really cute and a great item to re-gift for Christmas. And Christmas is a few days away. So we have a candle, and in the fashion boxes came this rose scented candle. I don't know if any of you have tried her candles. They are nice. I am more a citrus type of scent. I like more of your softer scents. So this rose, it's beautiful, but it's a little too floral for me. However, again, Christmas is around the corner, and I know some really great relatives that would enjoy this. But they're really cute, and they last. They last a good amount of time. I have been really happy with the autumn candles that I got and I did the video on. Those just are stunning in the scent and how long it is. The longevity is nice, especially with someone like me who lights candles every day. Then we have our traditional boxes. Did you guys notice how the size of the box this year changed? It used to be a little bit more in depth. It is not, and they eliminated the foam piece on the inside. So really the piece is just in the dust bag, and if you're lucky with a little bit of bubble wrap, put in the box and set in the shipping box. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I've gotten quite a few pieces lately that have arrived broken. So I don't know if they're just testing the waters and finding different ways for shipping and to save on cost, but regardless, it's a little disappointing. But I do kind of like this different size. We have the beautiful rock crystal and gold Talia earrings, and this is a vintage design, so it wasn't something like new fashion. I kind of had the expectation when they said fashion and exclusive that it would be a whole new design, not a older design with the new crystal. So that kind of threw me for a loop. And am I completely disappointed? No, slightly disappointed, because it's not a particular earring that I am favorable of when it was even released originally. So, and this one is, oh, the Amanda necklace. So it's gold with rock crystal, and this was called the Amanda necklace back in the day. I'm assuming that they're still calling it that because there are no name tags. So that's a little disappointing. They didn't put the names. And unless you're a real collector or have the resources of Facebook groups that have albums to help you navigate through and find names, I'm not so sure that the average consumer will know the name. They'll just be like, oh, look at this cute rock crystal and gold pendant I got. So I wish they would have given a little bit more insight and a little more of the products themselves. I know when it comes to BoxyCharm, when I unbox, it has an itemization of each of the pieces in the box along with the description. Some of them even have the prices if you want to curate them after the fact and you really like it. Otherwise, most of the time it does give you a little bit more information on what's exactly in the box. Didn't get that. I just got the one card, but still I'm not totally disappointed. So that was the contents of this fashion box. You got the one candle, the little pouch, and two pieces. These boxes were $128 a piece. Again, like I said, it's a final sale. Honestly though, the value is incredible. Think about it. One candle is usually, I think, what, $30, $35 for the small ones. We all know what Kendra Scott pieces jewelry goes for. I mean, anywhere from $45 and up. Usually a pendant necklace like this is going anywhere from, $60 to $80. Earrings usually more when it's like that. So that is an incredible buy for 4 Kendra Scott items. So let's move on to the signature pieces. Now let's get on to that. So I just picked a box. It doesn't tell you if it's the gold or the silver, which would have been nice. Like I said, had it had just a different sleeve to it, and then maybe you can decipher a little bit more, but they were all the same boxes. So if you bought more than one, it would be really easy to get confused. Here is how this box has arrived. So we got the exact same rose gold pouch. And we got a candle. But at least it's a different scent than the other one. The other one was rose. This one is Bougie Parfum. I'm totally fouling that up, but that's okay. And let's see. Oh, it's very heavy scented. It's floral, perfumey. It's the perfume department at Macy's. That's what it smells like to me. a little too much for me. Even has like that soapy smell. It's a pass, unfortunately, for me. It's okay though. To each is their own, and I'm sure people out there are going to really enjoy it. And again, these are really quality candles, but I think I'm going to re-gift that for Christmas. So we got the pouch, we got the candle, same rhyming theme with the fashion one, but these have the revival of the most amazing logo pieces, vintage logo, and that's the Dorindas. Look at this. This is in gold. Incredible, just incredible. And then we have the Kendra Scott moniker logo on the back. Love it. It is disappointing that on the back it doesn't tell you, it just says made in China. It would have been nice for them to have the name. Not that a lot of people wouldn't know the name, but there are a lot of consumers that are just getting into Kendra Scott, or family that just buys it because they think it's pretty for their loved one that really wouldn't know the name. So it would have been nice to have information on everything. But these are gorgeous. Love these. These are this is one of my favorites. Now, I do own the original pair, and I have them here for you. And I wanted to show you the comparison of the old versus the new. Here are my original Dorindas. I love these. They're lightweight. They don't chime too much in your ear when wearing them. But I want you guys to notice a few things that are different. If you look at the middle hoop, logo hoop, it is a frosted matte texture and finish to it. Whereas on the new, it is very smooth and glossy. I mean, it's nice. They're nice. But don't think that if you own the original ones, that now that there's the revival, it's going to devalue your current and OG ones. No. These are still worth every penny. They are the originals, and they're made a little differently. There is a difference. We also have where the chain, the O hooks right there are smaller and more of them. And one thing I did notice, and it's kind of hard to show, but this tends to be a little bit more oval in shape, where this one is more round in shape. But when it comes to the whole size of everything, same. The weight, same. Just really minor, like nitpicking details that only really would come into play if you're a collector. If that stuff doesn't bother you and you just want them because they are freaking awesome logo pieces and you can acquire them for basically $128, do it. Do it. This is, I love it. It's a must. I think it's a very nice staple piece for any collector to have. It's just a great one. Now, within all these boxes, there's sets. It was an earring and a necklace. This one has the duckling. Another nice staple, just must-have piece for every collector. It is just gorgeous. One thing is, I know a lot of ladies who already own the Devlin, the original, but wanted the Dorindas. They were kind of like, oh, what am I going to do with the second one? Sell it? Wear it as a wrap. I can't wear Kendra Scott wrap bracelets, the ones that are actually intended to wrap. They are not long enough, and they don't work on my wrists. But you can definitely get away with doing this. And then you also have the chain where you can change it to the different size. And I will wear this as a wrap bracelet. So a lot of her pieces have multiple purposes. You don't have to wear it as a necklace or a bracelet. Some of them can be turned into chokers. So this is great. Necklace, bracelet, whatever you want. Now, Is there a difference? Yes, there's a difference between this and the original Devlin. There's slight differences. This is just really just overanalyzing just for the sake of knowing, for the video, for posts, for collectors. But you can see that here's the OG, here's the new one. And the light's not really picking it up that well, but there is a slight color variation. This is a little bit darker than the new one. The old one, a slightly little bit heavier than the new one. But the one thing I did notice is the logos, the new one is thicker than the OG. And so it's a little bit bigger overall too. And it's so hard on the video to show you. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, the new one is just a little bit thicker than where the lines are than the OG is. Again, these are very minute, little tiny, subtle differences that really are only going to take play if you have them both on and make a big stinky about it. That's it. Otherwise, they're gorgeous, beautiful, staple logo pieces. So that was the gold I got in the signature. Let's go check out the silver. So the silver is the same as far as when it comes to the pouch and the candle. The very same pouch and the very same candle. That's just a little disappointing because most people who are huge supporters and loyal to Kendra Scott are going to buy multiples in the different metals or the different stones. So to give them the same exact products in both is very disappointing, especially when it's supposed to be a really exciting surprise box. So they could have at least changed up the color of the pouch. They could have changed it another scent. So that's disappointing. I'm not saying necessarily that they needed to change out the pouch and the candle, just change up the different looks to them, that's all. So this is really exciting because these are silver Dorindas. And this is a first. She didn't do the OGs in silver. So this is going to be a first original to everyone. And I am so happy. This is amazing. This is amazing because I wear a lot of silver too. And this is just a moment of happiness for me. Pure joy. I love them. I'm going to put them on too so you guys can see. They're just stunning pieces. And I love this earring very, very much. Now, there was some chatter going on when we were all getting these boxes. I love the silver and I love the gold. But how phenomenal would it be if she did a mixed metal where you had the silver and the gold? I'd buy that. I'd buy that. I'd be the first to buy that. But look how pretty they are. They're just light and airy. They remind me of a beautiful wind chime, but not too chimey in your ear when you're working or doing what you have to. I think they're really beautiful and they're light. So if you're one that can't handle the heavy weight of an earring, these are a definite must. Just a very beautiful classic logo pieces. And I am very proud of Kendra Scott bringing back our beloved vintage pieces. Next, I would love to see the Incas. I would love to see the Rajans. Those would be amazing. And I personally would love to have a logo threader earring that is just a little bit more like smaller round. The Incas are kind of like a threader, but they're really heavy. I own a pair, but they're, again, classic, vintage. It's like must have. However, I'd love to have a little bit more thinner and a lighter threader logo earring. And I'm glad to see that Kendra Scott is going back to the pieces that we all love, the pieces that brought us to her originally, and the fact that she's listening to us. She is totally listening to us, seeing us in Facebook or the comments on YouTube and the direct emails to customer service. She is hearing us, absorbing it, and applying it. So I'm really super excited. I hope that this is just a little teaser, that little taste of what's to come in 2021. I would love to see a lot of vintage revivals. I think 2020 was not the best year overall when it comes to the releases that I've seen before. I know that she brought some revivals back, but it's the revivals that none of us were really excited to see back. You know, you got revival of the Reese. You had the revival of the Jack. That's the stuff that was okay, but it wasn't what brought us to Kendra. It's not what we correlate to classic Kendra. To have these come back and then she wows us with a silver pair, this is classic Kendra. This is coming back to the woman we all love, the brand that we all love, and I just hope, again, that this is just the start of something new and the start of seeing all of our beloved pieces. So that was it. Take care and bye.